Hey guys, Johnlox here, back with our blind playthrough of In Other Waters. Honestly, also, oh my god. That's 2% of all things, I think. I don't know. Also, now that we're... I would just say new game should probably be secondary, but whatever. Yeah, restarting. Downtime, 5.1 hours. It's strange. I guess my question is why, she was like, oh, I had to configure this thing to be hook up to the system and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's fine. You can be proud of yourself for that. But it would have made more sense to be like, she integrated, you know, like she made Mine made modifications to the system to allow you access. Why did she do that? And you're like, I don't know. You know, but that's the other thing is like, she's not even interested. She, again, she has 0 questions. She got stranded and her first thought was, let's get back to base so I can check you out. No concern, just, hey, let's go, strange AI that I have 0 questions for. You know, if all of a sudden my car started talking to me, you know, I'd have serious concerns, especially if I couldn't drive it myself. If it's weaving me in and out of traffic and I'm like, is this safe? You know what I mean? Anyway, do I click on some of this stuff? Do I drag it over? Stalk spore containing complex cocktails of minerals and compounds. Sample of chitinous membrane. Gas-filled membrane. Okay. This is the base itself? Oh, base stack. Very odd. Okay, crew terminal. Life support. Why does... Okay, so the base is underwater? The base has a limited supply of oxygen, I suppose. Secure protocol oversight active. Okay, well, at least, presumably, there's only 8 files, right? Personal log, oversight, all privacy protocols revoked, which is... Mine deliberately wanted to keep this place a secret, and you're just like, I need to find out what's going on. Like, by the way, this... Yeah, whatever. Just throw your garbage out into the ocean, why don't you? Mine is gone, she's left behind one hell of a mess. This base is falling apart, cannibalized to build way stations out in the ocean, then communications array sliced away, life support failing. Where does she even commandeer this research base from? There's no way Baikal would have supplied it willingly after what she did to them. Women. What did she call me out here for? To witness her disappearance? Or did she simply want me to encounter, as she did, the impossible life of this ocean? How could it have gone ignored for hundreds of years of exploration and conquest? I don't want to hear that from you. If you're talking about presumably Earth exploring and getting resources from other places, I don't want you don't get to use the word conquest when the first thing you do is take samples, cut off pieces of plants, which may or may not be alive, you don't know. Okay, first off, shove them into your power plant of your suit, and then secondly, get a bunch of others and use them to detonate life forms, right? So that you can swim through, okay? And then take other ones for dissection and stuff back at the base. You don't get to say that other things are conquest and you are not. There were too many questions to even begin. All I can do is keep an account of what happens here, so if I can't answer these questions, someone else might. It'll be weeks, maybe months, until the next ship passes close enough to pick up my shuttle transponder. Until then, I'm alone. And you led them here. This place is unbelievably important, our first contact with life beyond Earth, but something else is happening here too, and I need to know what it is. Yep. Jack is in my lap. Okay. Comm signal, antenna damaged, automatic repair not possible, off-site assistance needed, contact by call, by Cal, whatever. Taxonomy, simple analysis, biohazard laboratory activated. Okay. Taxonomy updated, further analysis possible. There you go. What do I do with it now? Collodia, fungal stocks, reef stocks. My God, you want me to read all this? I don't want to. One of the first times that I've ever... One of the first times I've ever been like, yeah, I don't want to read this crap. We're going to, though, unfortunately. Alright. Okay, rootstocks are fungal life forms which take the form of a series of stalks and plates anchored to rocky substrates. Their chitin exterior ranges in color from dark amber to acid yellow, leading them to resemble oversized lichens. Its outer membrane is marked with slits which expand and contract, producing a distinctive hum. Slits or pores also allow both the release of spores by each colony and the absorption of other colony spores. I'm using this term for ease, but are these really seeds or something else? Do you not know what a spore is? What? If you know what a spore is, you don't need to use the word seed. Both the hum and the spore exchange seem to be part of a complex communication network between individual stock packages or colonies. And in fact, if you're a xenobiologist, there's probably a word for packets, things that go back and forth, you know, cells that transport stuff between other cells. I don't know. I don't think you'd... Spore mean... These words mean things. Spores mean things. If you don't know what it is, don't call it a spore. Call it a cell. Yeah. Both the hum and the spore exchange seem to be part of a complex communication network between individual stock patches or colonies, and I'm already... It's alive. I mean, you can already... Yeah. Oh, it's a single organism. It's a networked intelligence. Like you. Like you, AI friend. Where did you come from? Are you the AI that came from the... Are you like an artificial AI, but not artificial from the humans? You're artificial, like the AI form of the plant intelligence? Both the hum and the spore exchange seem to be part of the complex communication. I'm just guessing, but that's... Yeah. I mean, that would actually be kind of smart, except I don't want to play this game. But the hum and the spore exchange seem to be part of a complex communication network between individual stock patches or colonies. However, like earth fungi, the visible part of these stalks might only be a smart part of their own overall mass. You can scan stuff through water. Why can you not scan through Earth? This is future tech, right? Faster than light travel, presumably. What networks might connect these colonies beneath the ground? Behavior. See, her name is on fucking everything. Analysis of stock spores revealed the rich cocktail of compounds unique to each spore, some of which are previously unknown to human chemistry. This aspect of the spores and their noticeable exchange between colonies of stalks suggests these chemical cocktails are part of an information exchange network. However, some of these spores also appear to be true spores used for the asexual reproduction, stock colonies, suggesting the information carrying spores are adapted or modified reproductive spores. Analysis also suggests stock colonies may possess a high level of intelligence and cognition. How? And that the messaging provided by the spores is nuanced and even subjectively unique to each colony. Patterns across multiple spores from a single colony even suggest chemical signature possessed by each stock group. Could these be thought of as stock names? Question. Study completion required. Oh, you actually do get a sketch? Do these people, the people that developed the game, are they aware that Earth plants that we have on Earth right now, feel pain? Are they aware? Like, this is not bullshit. Plants on Earth feel pain. They have neurotransmitters. They're not animal neurotransmitters. They're not made up of animal proteins, but they have pain receptors. It's just like there's a reason that when like you cut a plant, it'll grow away from that because it detects injury. It's not pain in the same way that you or I feel pain, but it notices that damage has occurred. And it does have like a neurotransmitter of a fashion. I'm not a botanist or whatever plant biology is. Do these people know this? I would guess that they don't, because they're like, oh my god, right? I mean, yeah. Alright, what? Alright, I guess it's further analysis possible. Based on what? Okay. See, this is what I wanted to avoid. Me being bored and feeling like I'm just like, I don't... Wait, where's the rest of them? Wait, oh my god, do they all fall under this? So, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 categories. 2%. We have behavior. How is it different? It was that way before. Maybe it just updated again when we rescanned it. That's stupid, though. Sing stalks or towering fungal stalks through swaying produce a distinctive hum or a groan. Well, which is it? You're the writer. You tell me. Which is it? Groan is low-pitched. I mean, and also groan. You know, these words have meanings and they evoke imagery. Part of the stalk ecology found in the central reef, the precise role of sing stalks is particularly obscure. Their singing seems to connect with the sonic communication between stalks, as seen from the stalk's use of shrill sacs as an alarm mechanism. What they are communicating remains unclear. Notably, sing stalks are often coated in sporing fungal growths, which release spores as the stalks sway through the water. These is spores, typo. Released high up in the water column, cover a large area of the reef. There is something tree-like in the structure of the sing stalks, so much that they give the impression of an underwater fungal forest. Strange and yet familiar. What does a non-underwater fungal forest look like? Is it going to say recorded by Dr. Ellery Vass every time? Analysis of the stalk bark sample has given some new insights into the sing stalk. Their entire biology is compressed into the chitin plates that surround each specimen. They're completely hollow. In fact, rather than being a single large stalk, sing stalks are actually many spirally entwined stalks which weave together to form a pillar-like shell. The scraping of these stalks as they move against one another produces the stalk's harmonic hum. Okay. I thought it was the opening and closing of whatever. which may not be a form of communication with other colonies as first thought, instead a kind of internal metronome there to synchronize the movements of each individual stalk within the weave of stalks. Why? But if the sing stalks are the bark that surrounds them, this brings with a new question. What do sing stalks contain? Further analysis is needed. I mean, you're speculating, but why? Oh, it's a kind of metronome, there to synchronize the movements of each stalk within the weave of stalks. Why? Because they're alive, they're communicating with each other, and this is part of the central intelligence. It's a network intelligence. Tissue sample analysis requested. Is that not what we did? I'm probably right, and I hate that I'm right. I hate that it's like so easy to guess. Because a lot of the time I'll guess and it'll be like I'll be wrong, or my speculation will be like fantastical, and then unfortunately it's usually a bit more mundane. But I have a feeling I'm straight on the money. Signal stalks are tall, thin, bubble-coated stalks which are often found beside other stalk colonies, like other colloids. Signal stalks have a chitin exterior, but unlike other species, they feature prominent irising pores, allow them to produce large bubbles I have named shrill sacs. Through this, signal stalks act as the protectors of stalk colonies, shrill sacs breaching when predators approach, resulting in a warning screech that causes nearby stalks to retract. I feel like this person, they did some research for this game, and they were so proud of their own, like, Wikipedia reading that they're just like, I need to put this in there. You know? They, again, like I mentioned at the end of the last episode, intelligent people try to simplify things for the broader audience. They try to take complex stuff. Because this is a person, like other colloids, signal stalks have a chitin exterior. Okay, if I knew what a colloid was, like if I was a doctor, if I was a xenobiologist, you would not need to tell me that signal stalks have a chitin exterior. They have a chitin exterior similar to other colloids. I mean, you know, whatever. There's doctors talk to each other in a way that they don't talk to patients. Okay? Or when they present things, because I've seen doctors present stuff too. When doctors present to other doctors, there's ways of speech. You know, they generally know what they're talking about. Yeah. This comes across as a person that, like a lay person that read some stuff, and they're so proud of what they think they know that they have to put it out there. It just makes me tired. Okay. Through this, signal stalks acts as the protector of stalk colonies, shrill sacs breaching predators approach, resulting in a warning screech that causes nearby stalks to retract. How? Again, like this, it's a warning screech. It's like, that's not, you would say they resonate and they do this and that sound causes this to retract, rather than being like, this is not science, is what I mean. This is not a scientific way of speaking. They act as the protectors of the colony, doing this and that. So tired. This makes them a target for creatures which graze on the stalks, and only some colonies are able to maintain a signal stalk protector. How do these stalks produce their bubbles? What dictates their growth patterns? You're analyzing the sample, should you not know? Further analysis of their physical products and structures should help. I gave you a sample, you dumb bitch. Yeah. Like, I'm using that as a pejorative, but it's like, whatever. Shrill sac laboratory analysis shows they are formed from a... Where are you going? You don't need to go, Jack. Coating of mucus sealed around a pressurized mix of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Why is this in behavior? Right? The oxygen shows the signal stocks are able to absorb oxygen from their surroundings, perhaps through their large pores? Question mark. Why, again, why do you not know this? Meanwhile, the CO2 must be the result of a fermentation process within the stalk itself. It must be? You're analyzing this fucking thing. This suggests the presence of a fungal symbiote similar to yeast within the stalk and the possible production of ethanol as a byproduct of this process through a tissue sample, though a tissue sample will be necessary to confirm this. We got a tissue sample, unless I'm doing something wrong. Because when I put the tissue sample in the thing, it updated the behavior, which is not... Okay, whatever. Shrill sac production, meanwhile, seems to be a precise art. The pressurization, gas mix, and size of each shrill sac can differ from stalk to stalk, meaning warnings can be directed to particular colonies and even individual stalks if necessary. Med subject, none active. Great. That means we're gonna need... Yeah, she's gonna be like, oh, I need you to find stuff or something. Medical assessment due. Generator active, running at 34% efficiency. Tidal turbines active, core stable. Observation blister, sonar system, required crew inactive. All right, whatever. What is, whatever. Okay, dive map. This is the world map? No. How big is this frickin' thing? Mapped regions. So I guess this is where we started, then we went out here, and... What is this crap? Oh, we can't go through here yet? Sample request, which one? This? Oh, fuck. Sing stock tissue here, where strong currents batter the stalk forest might be a good place to find exposed or damaged sing stalks. I guess we only took the outside of one. Do I have to do this stuff? According to the map data, these caves cut back under the forest. Perhaps there are exposed roots inside. Minae's notes mentioned something called the bloom across this rift, but until we have stronger propulsion, we won't be able to cross it. Oh, fuck. Signal priority. The base detects a suit transponder to these coordinates. Could this be Minae? We'll have to head into the East Reef to find out. Sure. Let's just do this. This is what I didn't want. I didn't want to get to this point where I'm like, I don't care. But we're here now. Leaking spores from wide slit inside. They are carried across the soft sand by the currents. Yay. We want to go east, right? Feature rises steeply towards the jagged edge of the reef, splitting the strong currents like the head of an axe. My God. Wait. Where's the... Oh, fuck me. Where's the world map? Am I supposed to be going over here? Okay, hang on. Let's, Okay, so... I can't tell where the hell we're supposed to be going, honestly. I think I moved like here. We're probably supposed to go like this, but I don't know... Is this all open? Like, what... Why do I feel like we're probably have to go... No, we probably have to go over here. Probably have to go here to get the propulsion thing to bypass this. Which makes me wonder... Do we need to go back down and then that other pathway through the trench or whatever to get to here? I don't know. I'm just like... Honestly, had I known it would have gotten to this point, I didn't think it was going to be like this. Oh, for crying out loud. Had I known, I would have refunded it. You know? I... It's just like... It's annoying. Gullies lead among the tall outcrops on the northern edge. The currents and open waters beyond. I didn't even notice if it said clear. I don't care. Let's make our way east to the source of that transponder signal. That'd be great. I don't know what to expect if the transponder is Mine's. I don't care. Some history between us, but I haven't seen her in years. Not since. Look, you don't need to worry about it. Let's just find her. I'm not worrying. I don't actually care about your breakup. Here the gully opens out onto one of the rifts, cutting rock deep into the bedrock of the reef. This is the bad thing. There, look, a cave entrance cut into the side of the rift. Should allow us to bypass the rift, though I'm not sure where we'll emerge. Here? Oh, this is the rift we're talking about. Hidden shelf protected by sheer sides of the rift. Shelf leads down to a small cavern. Entrance in the reef wall. This is not what I wanted. And what I mean is... The round mouth of the cave stretches away into the rock. Stalks hum quietly in the dark. Is this where we came up from, though? I don't think so. Strange evenness to the walls of the cave, almost as if it was a vast borehole drilled into the reef. We have been here. Or no, maybe that's a different one. Stalks even seem to get down here. Perhaps they're less reliant on sunlight than I initially thought. I don't know what made me flip the switch in my mind to tedium. I think maybe it's because I was initially like, oh yeah, let's read all the stuff, and then it's like rippling sand dunes, amber-colored stalks, oh, golden-furred fungus. It just comes across as like super fucking pretentious, and I'm just like, oh my god, you know that's like, you're just using thesaurus words. You're not like drawing me. I don't know, man. I'm just like, and then it's all the same. It's like click here, click there, click there, click this. It's all the same. It's like 50 different ways of saying fucking sand. We're deep in the rock now. It formed these hollowed out caverns with their strange undulating walls. Do you know what undulating means? I wonder how the stalks survive without sunlight. Dude, they're a fungus. Fungus can grow in the dark. Maybe they're fed by the forest above. What do you think? No. It's true we've seen no root system. I don't give a shit. But I don't think that eliminates the possibility. Narrow passage feature. Cave starts to get tight here, and the shadows ahead stalks the crowd to the tunnel. The shadows... Great, we have to blow up this, don't we? No. Mesh of stalks, stuck here are thicker and intertwined. Underground in the dark light of the headlamps, they resemble brittle, oversized worms. Glittering stalk sample candidate, yep. Okay. Again, it's like... Sampling available. Alright, let's fill ourselves up with these bombs, basically. Alright, cool. We took all the samples. Yay. Okay, can I... Like, even that is... Like, that is busy work. You know what I mean? It's like you're exploring, but your exploration is wasting my time. Bright light from the east of this large cavern is broken up by tall pillars, casting strips of light and dark across the smooth walls. Like, you don't have to describe every flipping step you take. Pillars punctuate the cavern, stalks crowd around their bases, they support the vast weight of the reef above. This is what I mean. It's like you... Pulsing growth sample candidate. These bloated creatures are pumping clouds of spores out into the water around them. Stalk colonies rise out of the sand. Do I want to click on you? I guess. Domed stalks are pumping out clouds of short-lived spores. They look like oversized mushrooms. Stalks are filling the water with spores. We should start logging information on them, I guess. What do we... Oh, shit. Okay, what do we need to do? Sample candidate, but do we need it? Unlike other stalk spores which survive until they settle, the spores from these stalks dissolve moments after they are released. I guess... Wait, why can I not? Fungal signal. Oh, that was the wrong... Okay. These spores are different. The stalks nearby seem to be stimulated by them. Oh, great. We have to use them to grow fungus in an area. Could these spores be used to make stalks extend, to bring them out of hiding? What did I say? We should test them out on a retracted colony. Again, exploiting... Thinning stalks. Stalks seem to be shriveling up. Is it because they are too exposed to the rift's withering currents? I'll click on this one, I guess. Sporing stalks seem to require very particular conditions to grow. I've seen so few elsewhere on the reef. Large growth seem to be sustaining this colony with their spores. Perhaps they carry nutrients, even chemical signals. I don't care at the moment. Far side of the cavern narrows into darkness. I could feel the faint pulse of a distant current ahead. And it actually really bothers me because this is my jam. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to paint the picture. I want to see what you see. But why is it? But you've managed to make something wondrous mundane. You've managed to make something... You've managed to make my imagination tedious. A current must have once run down this tunnel, scraping the walls into smooth lines. Now the stalks block the flow. Okay. Gotta blow up another pass, I suppose. Tunnel ahead is thick with stalks scraping the ceiling with the rounded tips. Let me guess. We probably need to go back to that one we didn't go because we're going to need more of these. Okay, vector clear now. Well, we'll see. Light filters in from a large opening, making the spores drifting in the water glitter like sparks. You remember... I don't know if you guys ever played those old dungeon crawlers. The original... Shin Megami Tensei games, for example, the original Persona, where it was like a first-person view, but it was I mean, there's dungeon crawlers today do much the same thing, where it's like movement is on a grid, you step forth, and there's like stuff. Imagine every time you stepped, it would have to describe the same damp dungeon or cave. That's what this is doing. That is the problem. It's the monotony. You know, I played Tucked Behind This Pillar. Perhaps the stalk grew here as an early warning for predators coming through the cave mouth. Maybe With the power of imagination, anything is possible. Look, those stalks in the cave mouth, they are attracted. Let me guess. We're gonna have to make them grow in order to go across this spot right here. Perhaps if we can make them extend, they would block the current. Maybe. Strong currents. The cave mouth ahead leaves its passage exposed to the full force of the northern current. Blocking it somehow will help us pass. Will it? Wow. They block the current. These spores encourage them to extend and fill the tunnel. Yeah, with these soothe spores, we can control the stalks to our advantage. This will be useful. Oh? You named them already without us naming it yet? Interesting. Sporing stalk. Definite correlation between struggling stalk colonies and these sporing stalks. Are they helping support these colonies? Well... Covered shelf tucked into the rift wall. The shelf allows protection from the fast-moving water cutting into the rock, cutting into the heart of the reef. I don't know if I need to go there and get more, but... we might need to. I guess we'll see. Look, out in the rift, a retracted stalk colony. If we can get them to extend, they'll provide shelter from the current. Will they? Small colony, a handful of stalks cling to the rift wall here, blown into spiraling shapes by the rushing currents. Well, it says vector clear. Right, this is where it's going to tell us you can't go. Splattered with spores, the wall here feels the full force of the current. Perhaps it could be slowed upstream somehow. Yay. It's just making deep rift. Even this close to the wall, the darkness of the deep rift is intimidating. A huge slit in the face of the world. How deep does it go? Are we gonna descend? Oh god, we need more, don't we? If the current can be slowed or navigated, this is the place to do it, where the rift narrows and a gap opens up on both sides. See, I told you, you should have... I put the things right there. You need to get all the samples so you can use the thingamabob to make the thing. And you look, you're a power. You need to use it to make more power. Current sliced down through the rift from the north here. Crossing is going to be difficult unless their flow can be slowed further up. Huge pillar sits out from the wall here. Its top cakes in retracted stalks. Golden garden waiting to emerge. Okay, that one's blocked. Could we have just gone here earlier? This long stalk sits quietly beside a dying colony. Soon there won't be anything left for it to protect from scavengers. Sample candidate. Okay, well, I guess that's where we have to go. I don't think this is the right one, though. This is the explodey one, right? But we also have to use that for power. Ah, crap. Yep. Alright, where... pulsing growth. Yeah, let's go there. Is it back? How many can we get? Yeah, this is, pretty, okay, can I... There you go. Good job, I guess. You used it in the right area. I hate this. I don't hate the game. I'm just like, I hate... You managed to take something wondrous and make it mundane. You know? This is how... This must be how Egoraptor felt when he talked about The Legend of Zelda going from a game that you explore to now you're being taken on a tour and you can't jump over the stupid little fence because you have to do some quest beforehand or whatever. It's like you have to do chores, which is what this feels like. Well, small opening in the wall provides a little shelter from the howling rift, allowing some stalks to take up root here. Why is she jotting her notes? We're across... Thank you, stalks. Oh, you're welcome. Like, I didn't do anything. Oh, and thank you to you, too. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Another smooth tunnel leads out towards the light. It's just busy work. It's like, that's the puzzle. Circle of warm light shows this tunnel opens out into the upper shelf of the east reef. What lies above? Only 28 meters. I need to give more thought to this. Because I really want to know. Like, I was the dude that... I scanned everything in Subnautica, and I wanted to read it. What is it about... You know, what is it about this that makes me despise it? Makes me feel like it's a chore. Oh, I guess, hang on. Let's click on these. Stalk canopy. Oh, is this a different thing? Stalks are twisted together into... Oh, God. These canopies are spectacular. I start logging observations and see what we can find about them, I guess. Had I known they were new, I probably wouldn't have clicked on it, to be honest. Stalks are twisted together into a huge canopy. Incredible. They are pulsing as the pores across their surface open and close. Bright petals. This has to be another new one. Bright, wide petals appear to be Oh, fucking hell. These are beautiful plants, single petals shifting in the sunlight. Let's start logging data on them. Slay, queen, slay. They float on long stems, shifting and swaying in the water. Blooming petals, sample candidate. Plant-like creatures seem unrelated to the reef stalks. Soft petals waving on thin stems. Are we gonna need this one too? Feels good to be out in the sunlight again. Alright. Let's head northeast along this finger of the reef. The transponder is at the tip. Fine by me. Let's ignore this fucking plant. What is this one? Bright petals. Well, each plant seems to have a single wide petal. They've grouped together, forming fields of blooms, all angled towards the sun. The fractured outcrops all around break up the worst of the northern current, protecting the sandy shelf. Where are we going? This way? You know what? I'm not going to click on those. Maybe it won't get logged in the book. This towering canopy of woven stalks pulsates in the soft current, the sunlight slipping through the gaps in its branches. Because I don't want it to be logged, because then that's more shit I have to read. More stuff I have to read, and I don't know why my beard looks all weird and patchy like that. It must be the weird angle, because it doesn't... Huh, I don't know. It's as if you ever watch Star Trek where they're like, do whatever, That's how I feel. But imagine a bunch of like science fake bullshit. And so it's like, oh, you get to scan an enemy ship or scan a ship or whatever, and it's like, this cruiser is made up of silicone plates. And these plates, 50 meters thick. Like, imagine reading everything about just the plates, okay? And then you gotta, oh, the warp nacelles give speeds of this and this and that. And how do they work? I don't understand. I'm an engineer. These weird engines, these alien ships, do they do this? It's like, that's your job to understand, lady. How do you not know? I understand they're a foreign thing, but I would imagine if you're a xenobiologist, you would understand biology. And so you'd be like, are the chitinous structures like, because they're like, oh my god, the chitin is like an insect. Yes, that's what a layperson would say. Oh my god, they have chitinous things similar to this animal. Are they also, but they exhibit patterns of behavior based on this animal instead. But those are two separate species. How, you know, like they're two separate species that cannot exist separately on Earth. How is it they managed to do that here? They're two systems that specifically need each other in order to survive. You know what I mean? Like, don't bullshit me. Is basically, I guess that's what it is. It's all bullshit. It all comes across as bullshit. Look at this fungus. This fungus is shaped like a flower. Okay. It's like I don't know, like strawberry. My understanding is the berry itself is the actual black part on the outside, not the red fruit itself. Okay. But this is like me and some other person that doesn't know what they're talking about it. An actual like botanist would be like, oh yeah, it's a fruit because of whatever. And this other vegetable that you think is a cucumber or something, or it's not a vegetable, it's actually a legume. And oh, what's a legume? Well, a legume is actually a root vegetable that the leaves grow on the top or something like that. You know, they talked about fruiting bodies, and I was like, that is something that someone knows, all the different types of fungus that they know about, right? Fruiting body, I just, in my own things of little knowledge I come across, a fruiting body is something that requires, if I'm remembering this right, zero motion. It's something that it stays there. I would imagine in the ocean currents probably would not exist. They didn't specifically mention that, like, oh my god, it's a fruiting body. Fruiting bodies shouldn't exist in ocean currents because they require stationary movement. Movement destroys them or something like that. I don't know, but I'm not a mycologist, right? I don't study fungus. But this person does. This person should know. And they come across like they don't. And it's all bullshit. It's like reading on Wikipedia. That's why I'm actually getting upset. That's why I'm like, I don't want to read this stuff, because it just comes across as like pseudo babble, like fake bullshit. It's like you're writing for a freaking it's like when you see a scientist debate a creationist, and the creationist is like, oh well, they're the same kind. It's like, science doesn't recognize kinds. You look at a wolf and a dog and whatever, and they can't interbreed. Like the whole ring theory of the islands that Darwin talked about was you have birds that become different, I think it's species or whatever. I don't quite understand fully myself. But as they go around the islands and they evolve, they lose the ability to interbreed. So a species on one side of the island cannot breed with the species on the other side of the island because they're so different. That shows evolution. But you look at them and you're like, well, they're both birds. They should be able to breed. I don't understand why they breed. Why they can't breed. They both lay eggs. They're both birds. It's like, that's the person, like, kind. They're both the same kind. That's the person writing this. That person, plus Wikipedia, plus a thesaurus, wrote this stuff. And that's why I'm so upset. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Shimmering field, bright petals. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Let's go. Again, like I said, don't care. I guess we're going this way only. Thriving colony. Fed by spores, shielded by a colony of stalks, this part of the reef seems to have fostered the ideal conditions for its own survival. What are you basing that on? Because you don't even understand what all of these do. And you didn't even know that they can grow outside of sunlight. Is that another way station ahead? Mine must have built them all across the reef. And that's the other thing, right? There's no sunlight down here. How can fungus live without sunlight? It's like it does it on Earth. Mold can grow in the dark on Earth. And in fact, it likes the dark. How, if these things are fungus, and you're like, I don't understand how they grow in the dark. How, it's dark down here. How are they growing? It doesn't require sunlight. It's like they don't have leaves. Photosynthesis requires sunlight, which is the leafy green plants. Stuff underwater doesn't require sunlight. I mean, some of it can. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist. Right? I don't know how sea anemones grow. I hate this so much. I hate this. This is like... Oh, there's the way station. It's like they're... So, I watched... I think Subnautica actually used... Like, I think they consulted with a marine biologist when they were making this stuff. I think. I don't remember. If not, at the very least, they designed this stuff better. You know what I mean? Here, it's just like, oh, it's fungus. Oh, but it doesn't grow in the... It grows in the dark? I don't understand. Why? It doesn't need sunlight? How alien. It's like... You know? It's like... Central clearing in the center of this shelf is a beautiful clearing screen from currents and predators. No wonder Mine set up a way station here. Alright. We haven't even seen predators yet. Are there, like, Reaper Leviathans running out here? Scattered shadows of golden canopies knee-deep in shimmering petals. This way station sits silent. Oh, poetry. I mean, this is actually not bad. This is actually not bad. In the scattered shadows of golden canopies. No, it's not proper grammar. No, maybe it is. It's missing commas and stuff though. In the scattered shadows of golden canopies and knee-deep in shimmering petals, comma, this way station sits silent. You know what? I might have to look this up actually. Since it's Japanese and Chinese, I would actually be willing to bet. I mentioned the devs were probably not English. I bet English is their second language, but I bet they're Japanese. Because I'm learning some Japanese and they don't believe in spaces between words or like punctuation. Which makes learning it a huge pain in the ass. Right? God, where are we going now? Okay, open up the terminal, see what data we can scrape in this place. Spoken like a true biologist. Talk about webs. Let's use the web spiders. Spoofing user, blah blah blah, log download, I guess. Let's get some power. All this stuff. Sync complete, data release to pilot's console. As logs suggest, Mine was using this as some kind of staging ground for expeditions over the drop-off. Okay. She was looking for something out in the ocean, something deep. On the descent she logged here. Yup. Okay. Mine doesn't do things at random. The way station's the research base. This is calculated. Well, no shit. I mean, if you're like, I can't make it there on my own without a rest point, then yeah. I feel like we're already 10 steps behind her. We've barely even started. Yes. Let's get to that suit transponder. It isn't far from here. If we head straight north to the shelf's edge, it should be there. All right. Well, yeah, good. At least it's over there, presumably. Let's just stop here. You know, so what I mentioned when we first started the game and you saw all the stuff, it looks like the map coordinates, which is interesting. So I was like, oh, it'd be really clever if it actually was, if it actually meant something, and it might, but it's, I mean, it's, I think it's gibberish, but it's probably gibberish that matches what they showed at the beginning. So let's save and quit. Fucking hate this game. I don't hate it. I'm more I just feel like I'm being lied to, you know? It's like you actually could have done something impressive, but it's like I see this stuff and I'm like, this is amateur, you know? Like the writing, like just freaking, you know, collaborate with a fucking biologist, you know? Because I don't know anything, but when you're amazed that things that are fungus can grow without sunlight, it makes me seriously question. I'm just like, wait, what? Like I lived in California for a minute and I had this jar of like cheese dip for like chips, and I go to open it once and it's full of black mold, and it's like, generally speaking, mold does not grow inside cold. Mold doesn't like cold. But black mold is freaking tenacious. Mold likes dark, warm, moist. Okay. If it's too wet, mold won't grow. In sunlight, mold doesn't really like sunlight, presumably because it dries it out, or maybe it's too much thermal energy or something like that. But I was astounded. I was like, holy shit, black mold grew in the freaking fridge inside this cheese stuff. You know, but you're like, oh my god, it grew in the dark. It's like, yeah, it grows in the dark. That's what fungus does. Oh my god, the plants, they're growing in the sunlight? Plants use photosynthesis? It's like, yes. It's what they do. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys are at least enjoying my irritation with this game. Subnautica, this is not. Man, that's what's so disappointing, is like I was really hoping for something interesting, but it's like, I don't want to read this crap. I don't want to read your shit writing. You know? But yeah, that's, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Like I said, questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent, let me hear them. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, I'm gonna go with, I don't know if did I already say the cat bed? Manny using the cat bed? I don't remember. I think maybe I did, but if I didn't, then even if I did, screw it. Manny, he's just like curled up in there. He likes it. He's like, oh, this is warm. So makes it worth it. I was worried. That's good though. So that's my unique pause moment. Hopefully your guys just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. You know, it's funny though. This does make me want to play Unlimited Saga, because at least there it's like, there they give you descriptions, but for like the area itself, right? They don't want to take the wonder of your imagination and make it mundane. It's like you walk down the hall, it looks exactly the same as the last 3 times you took a step. You know, it doesn't need to use a thesaurus to come up with, oh, the white paint of the wall glimmers. It's like, no, just point out the stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, hopefully your guys just as good as mine. Hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.